Exactly. Water is healthy in moderation. If you inhale it, it's bad. That's why the humidity sucks. All right, so in the sense of us all working together and being, this con does not run without people helping each other out. So I want to say thank you to our volunteers. Can we give a round of applause to our volunteers? You know that is done partly for the swag. We understand that. But also because it helps us be able to change things over and be able to get something from point A to point B when the person who's like, I need this to go that direction, but I also need to be over there in 5 different places. And we thank our volunteers for allowing us to briefly have clones. Thank you. We also want to thank the staff, because the staff are the people who are helping this convention happen, right? It is something to be said that without the staff, we do not have a convention. Things have to get organized, there's so many moving wheels, there are so many things that you don't see because when they are behind the scenes and done well, you shouldn't see it at all. So there is a lot that happens, and we really appreciate our staff, and we really need more staff. Because when we are spread thin, things don't go as well as they could. What is it with them? You're the second person to make a joke at Dig at Davenport, which was actually opening ceremonies. Maybe you're making a callback. If that's the case, clever. But we do need your help. And if you see something that could be improved, and you know information about it, like that is something that you've done before, or you have experience in from before, please come be part of the staff so that we have people who are knowledgeable in that field and doing that thing. And if you want to learn about it, be a volunteer and help out that area and help out that spot so that you can become staff in the future and keep this convention going for a long time. Right? Yeah. I want to know, how many people is this their first Anime Iowa? Okay, we have quite a few people. Yes, let's get very much. How many have been coming for 5 years? 5 years or less? 5 years or less. Okay, beautiful. How many of you have been coming for 10 years or less? We're getting more hands every time we go bring this up. Yeah, okay. How many have been coming for almost 20 years? I started coming to this convention when I was 13. Okay? I was one of the teeny boppers that was running around. And I was so excited to be able to come to the convention for the very first time. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started volunteering, and then I was staff for a little bit, and then I fell away for a bit. I never in my wildest dreams imagined that I would be an MC at this convention. So it is us who are devoted to this and want to keep this coming for those of you who are younger at our future of Anime Iowa, to be able to still have an Anime Iowa decades from now as well. So yeah. I want to be excited about this. Everyone is excited about Anime Iowa staying here, but with that, we need staff members who know what they're doing. So please, we would very much appreciate that. Okay, now another thing, people who helped this make it possible is sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors. Like, when you are a sponsor, you help us be able to afford some of those extra stuff and that extra flair. And when you pre-register, you help us be able to buy the stuff in advance and also kind of have an idea of how many people we're going to have, and so we can actually plan for the future. That's the thing, too. We love people who come to the door and register at the con, but if you register in advance, we are better prepared for the number that we're going to have. So sponsors, by the way, get a lot of great things. They get their own swag, they get, front of line stuff, they get sponsor brunch, they get a whole bunch with it. It's not just a thankless, like, here's some extra money. Like, we provide on that. And if you wanted to get good seats for, like, the masquerade, the burlesque show, the drag show, yes, sponsorship's where it's at. That helps you out. But it's not just that. All of you here and everybody out there who didn't come in because they're too tired, you are congoers. You also make this the experience that is the magic that it is. So thank you to you. Oh, you know what? That is a good segue. You heard the cheering back there, right? That's one of our execs from this year. That's Helia. Helia, can you come on out? You get to grab that one. It's turned on, so you get to grab it, and you have to stand up right here because you don't get to sit in that chair. You're done after this.
Cool. I didn't want to sit anyway.
Stand right there on that X.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Perfect. Gotta check that lighting.
Yes, not the trapdoor on that bed.
Wait, can I stand on the trapdoor?
Yes, you definitely are not on the trapdoor right now for the Nickelodeon slide that could possibly come out of it. You guys get the nostalgia.
What's the signal?
You don't get to know that. Keep going. Okay, so this is Helia. This is one of our execs from this year.
Hi, everyone.
I would like to point out, you can tell it was the end of the convention.
No, you can't. Don't. I'm not
I love
talking.
you, Helia!
I'm not talking. You're talking.
I am talking, Helia. Thank you. We were talking about burnout earlier, and I love you. Yes. Do you have a fun convention? Do we have a good job time?
I had a good convention.
Did you get a chance to enjoy a lot of the convention?
I had a good convention.
I repeat, when we have more people to help us run this convention, then we can actually enjoy the convention. That's the thing too, is like people are like, I don't want to be staff because I don't want to be able to enjoy the convention. But if you come on with your friends and you bring people with you, then we actually can distribute that and be able to everybody enjoy the convention. And we'd like to do that. Are you ready to?
Really quick, just for those of you who weren't aware, weren't here for the original opening. I'm Helia, I'm an exec this year. I'm also the main stage paneling head. I'm also the head for social media. I am also the head for paneling, oh, I just said that, and bridge and rangers. So all the people you've been seeing in the soldiers' desks, they also answer to me. So if you've been seeing me run around like crazy, that's exactly why. More bodies, more hands make less work.
Yeah, that's 7 jobs. We need 7 people.
I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna sleep in all day tomorrow.
Yeah. I have good news for you. Your husband put in tickets for winning a date with me.
I know who gets to go on that date. It's me.
Also, Helia was the person who helped us do the fire spinning on the back patio last night. So did you guys enjoy the fire spinning? Woo! Yeah. So we want to be able to do more extra fun things with that, and if we have the time to be able to do that, it's great. So once again, if you have knowledge of being able to help in those, or you know somebody who does, and they're actually kind of thinking like, ooh, maybe I have my eye would be a little bit better in this field, get them to come with us. Join us.
I can do more fire if I'm doing stuff less.
This is true. We can do more fire spinning, more fun things. Anyways, but we're not an exec next year, so we have at least more execs than the 3. Let's go ahead and bring out those execs. Let's bring out, who do we have on the line? We have Chelsea. We have Ross. We have Keegan. We have Lance. And we have Zero. And as a passing of the torch, we're going to go ahead and give them the microphone and go take a nap.
Yes, hello, my darling. We love you, Helia. Thank you all. It's been a wonderful year. Please come back.
And remember, if you are coming back next year, if you get your badges for next year today, you save $30 on a badge. If you get a sponsorship, you also will save money as well. And registration closes at 4. We're going to try to make sure that we end before that for sure. We're actually doing a good time, so I'm trying to talk fast. But these are our execs. They still have a microphone in case I say something incorrect. But otherwise, these are the faces you need to remember for next year. Yes. Always represent faces. As I'm mentioning, we are an entirely volunteer convention. Okay? so that being said, like when you volunteer as like just a volunteer here, you get your volunteer points and you're able to get swag and things like that. But if you are staff, then you also are able to get MindBridge points if you end up joining MindBridge, which is actually very easy to join. We had some of the people in the audience join MindBridge today. So yes, we have somebody who joined there. I think we had 2 other people, which was great.
1 back here, 2 back here.
2 back there. See, there's the other 2. See, they're already like all about being part of it, which thank you. And with the MindBridge points, you can actually get registrations for other MindBridge cons. So that means Anime Iowa, you can get free registration. You can get ones for Icon or GammaCon, things like that, and other swag as well. Like, yes, it's volunteer, but we try to make sure that we're taking care of the people who are helping us and helping this run. So thank you on that. And the attendance this year, by the way, was over 3,000 people. We were, so we don't know the exact number because registration, obviously, like they're not for this year, but they're still going to do all of the things and count all the numbers and whatnot. But they're saying that we did have more people than last year. But I can just say, I know it's over 3,300, I think. That's what we last heard. Yeah. So, but I think it's even more than that because we had almost 3,500 last year. So they're saying it's even more, so it's even more. With that, all of you helped raise for the charity, which is YSS, Youth Shelter Services, providing aid to Iowa's youth in need. It was raised at the auction, $2,226 at the charity auction. And thank you for those who donated to this auction. Also, other donations on top of that was $139, which means we total raised $2,365 for YSS. And I keep saying this on the aspect of like areas where we can improve. I know I've heard a few things around like kind of getting things scheduled or whatnot like that. Like I know we're going to be looking at probably a different scheduling software. Schedule's a really great one. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's free. But like the large cons like NFF uses and stuff like that. So when there's like 40,000 people, it's still able to support that. And it's really great. Okay. I'm saying that in front of all of you, so you know that I said it.
Sorry, I didn't even write it.
I can do it in triplicate.
I guess. Please.
I'll do it in 5. I'll write it on each of your arms. No, after the show. But if you have feedback, animeiowa.com is where the survey's at. I really encourage you and encourage your friends to do the survey. The reason for this, and I have it on this note over here, is that helps us know how we can improve. That lets us know, like, with guests, there was a lot of kind of feedback when guests were announced this year. That is not the time to tell us when you want to see, who you want to see. Right now is the time, because then we have to figure out the budget. We have to figure out how to contact them people. We have to figure out if they're available, right? So tell us in the survey form who you would like to see. And if you and a bunch of friends really want to see a certain person and you wrangle them all together, you could be at the next convention being like, I'm the reason this person's here. You know? Because if we don't know who you want to see, we just have to go with it and wing it. Thankfully, you got to see me. Hopefully you want to see me again next year, right? But also, please tell us what you did. Like what was your favorite part? Because if it's all negative feedback, we're going to be just reading them, crying. And remember, we're all volunteers, and we've also drank all that water this weekend. We will be so dehydrated with all the tears. So tell us what you liked, your favorite part. Tell us, what you think we did well, as when you're telling us about other things of like how we can improve. Like, oh yeah, you did this part well, but it could be better this way. Compliment sandwiches, guys. We're delicate and we're burnt out. We love you. We really want you. And then also, with that, like, if you want to see acts that happen this year, again next year, say that. That's how we know. So we appreciate it. You control the convention a lot more than you think you do. All right. I control my notes a lot more than I think I do. with that, do you guys want to know what the theme is for next year? You kind of heard me saying it a little bit because I can't keep secrets, but you want to know? Next year, this year was horror and dark and scary with the booze. Next year, we're going to go the polar opposite. Studio Big League. Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to all the Spirit Away, Harlow, Howl's Moving Castle, all the fun things. That is going to be on July 26th, 27th, and 28th. So make sure you have that on your calendars, and make sure you start planning all of your fun Miyazaki stuff. Next, I already talked about that part. Reminder, registration closes at 4, which we're doing good time. It's 3:17 right now. Hopefully we're gonna get done before 3:30. If you pre-reg, it is $35 for your badge. If you're younger than, if you're a minor, it's gonna be cheaper. Under 5, I think it's free. That is for actual physical birth date, not like where we are emotionally. And then you'll also save on the sponsorship as well. Sponsorships, by the way, if you sign up today are $125, otherwise they are $150. But once again, you get more than your money's worth for that extra amount because you get food, you get access to some of the staff areas. Oh yeah, also if you're staff, you get all the sponsorship perks too. So you pay with helping us out, and that's how that works together. You have a microphone. You can say it in the microphone.
After your first year of staff, your badge is free.
After your first year of staff, your badge is free.
It gets called.
Oh, there you go. See, you're already saving money on that aspect. All right. Yes. And if any of you have lost anything or need to find anything, reminder that you need to go to the bridge on the 2nd floor to be able to find all of those things. Even if you guys drop out of concierge, it's still going to go up to bridge. Speaking of the 2nd floor, though, we also have art show things. Who wants to know what they won with the art show? Was that art show auction? No.
It was a...
Oh yes, it was the art show competition. So the artists. So who all voted in the art show? Yeah. Okay. We're all sleepy. I can't even see your face over there. Oh my gosh, are you taking a nap? I'm just listening. So our best pro piece was Ketsune, which is procession or Ketsune procession. This is really interesting layout. By Meredith Dillman. The best pro collection was by Teresa Mather. Then the best amateur piece was Haku by Katatsuki Arts. And then best amateur collection was Autumn Weaver. And our artist ended up selling over $2,500 worth of art. Now, we get that number if everybody comes in and pays. So the people who haven't, and I'm going to just list off these people's names so that you know them, you can be like, hey, go buy your art, is Macy Weber, Aubrey Lyon, Karen, I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name, but it's Shibillion. It's SCHIBILLOI, something like that. It's Shibillion, that now. And Daniel Cameron. So those people still need to collect their art, and they will do so upstairs. And if you wanted to still see any of the things with that is upstairs. And if you lost anything, that is upstairs. All of it is on the 2nd floor. You go up the stairs, or you go off the elevator, and then you go upstairs, take a right, go this way, the bridge is on the right, go down this way a little bit, artist stuff is on the left. You can all picture that in your head, right? Perfect. All right. And then, with all of that, you'll have plenty of time to get in line for register if you haven't done it already. You're gonna want to. Okay, so if they become staff and they want to use their MindBridge points, how do they become a MindBridge member? We were going to ask Tony to come on up and answer some of that, because sometimes the MindBridge meetings are at his house. Tony, you want your microphone? Sure. Can you take this off, right? I am.
How dare?
Well, are you still? Are you a MindBridge member? Yeah, see? There you go. Take coffee.
Just take the
All right, I'll just take a little bit.
You're so tired. I have an energy drink. It's great.
I am Tony. I am the president of the board of Mindbridge, the not-for-profit company that puts on this and is the parent company of this, GammaCon, and Icon.
Mindbridge is all volunteers as well, isn't it?
Sorry?
Mindbridge is all volunteers as
Mindbridge
well.
is an entirely volunteer organization.
Okay, so it's not like, you know, when we have to raise prices on things because of like price increases, it's not that we're just being greedy and trying to pocket things.
We get absolutely no pay whatsoever for everything we do.
There we go.
But yeah,
Why do I do it?
What?
Why am I doing this?
Because we like to bring joy and great stories to people and like all of. We do it for you guys. Can we hear that again? Like you guys having fun. When you have fun, please. We do it for you, and we love it, and we love the stories, and we love all of the energy and magic that happens.
it's all about the community. It really is.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested in being a Mindbridge member, the requirements to are attend at least one of our corporate events, which Anime Iowa is one of them. So you get one of the requirements already by being here.
Look at you overachievers. You've already done that.
The next Okay. The next requirement is to attend 2 Mindbridge meetings. We have a meeting at every single convention, so you have the opportunity to attend those if you're here. And then we have one on the first Wednesday of every month. They are 7 p.m. on those Wednesdays, and we alternate between the Arc in Iowa City and my house in Cedar Rapids.
What if we don't want to go to your house because it's really far away?
Then we also, at all times, always have a hybrid option, so anyone can log in. We send you the emails with the Zoom link, and you can join the meeting remotely. It's just the same as being there in person. So anyone is welcome to come at any point, no matter where you are.
So if the camera's from here on out, do I have to wear pants?
That is up to you.
Sweet. So with that, when you're able to be part of Mindbridge, then you're able to get those Mindbridge points and be able to redeem them for more things, right?
Correct, yes.
But if you're staff for 1 year, you don't even have to be part of Mindbridge and you get free Anime Iowa registration.
Absolutely.
There we go. Now you know what the perks are. Thank you so much, Tony. All right, you give it back to our execs. Is there anything you want to say to the people who are going to be here next year?
Thank you very much for coming to this convention, and we hope to see you next year. Okay, one more. All right, keep going. If I see, this is if I forgot anything.
And we would really, really love if you'd go pre-register the next year after this.
Well, you know, the good news is we're going to be ending here a half hour early, I think. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming to the closing ceremonies as well. Please feel free to just, let everybody know all the things that you learned here today, and let's work to make Anime Iowa even better next year.
Also, pre-registration is where registration and pre-registration pickup is. It's not changed, so you can find it very easily.
So if they go out this hallway and they take a right and they follow it around until it turns on a corner again, is that what pre-registration is?
That is.
Oh, cool. All right. See, wait, I should mind again. You go out this door, you go this way. Oh, I'm gonna run off stage. Never mind. You know what? Just a fall off. What? Oh, I know.
I need you to mind filling out the survey so we know how we're doing.
All right.
Open your prepared laptop.
So what do you mean? I have a phone. I have a smartphone, and I'm just gonna go to animeiowa.com, which I happen to have up here because I had the digital schedule to make sure I had the most up-to-date schedule because I told everybody to do that at the beginning. And then I'm going to click on the survey link and then take care of it. And everybody can do it right now if they have a smartphone. Okay. See, there you go. While you're just sitting there waiting for the elevator, you could be filling out a survey.
Wow,
But
technology.
the technology, which is going to be even better when we have all that sketch. I'm actually not sponsoring that by any means, sponsoring me, but it works so well. Okay. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being at this convention, and we love to see you next year.